Anger in the Arab world. From Turkey to Pakistan, Kuwait, Yemen, Iraq, and Bangladesh, anti-French protests have erupted in response to the recent statements by French President Emmanuel Macron. The outrage comes in the wake of the beheading of French schoolteacher Samuel Paty, who was murdered by an Islamic extremist for showing his students cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad. In response to the gruesome murder, Macron has taken the opportunity to condemn Islamic extremism while protecting the freedom of speech of French citizens. As a result, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has called for a boycott of all French products. The boycott and anti-French protests began in Turkey and quickly spread throughout the region.
This protest is a show of solidarity and anger from here, against the person who insults our Prophet Muhammad, the master of the world. We don't have embassies to burn here. We as Muslims can get to anyone, even in France, even the King of France.
Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan also expressed his anger, tweeting that Macron is, quote, encouraging Islamophobia. Perhaps ironically, some French Muslims are against the boycott, including the president of the French Council of Muslim Worship.
We call, of course, to defend the interest of our country. And on the calls to boycott French products, we call on the Muslims of France to be very careful and to denounce this type of call, which attempts to divide our society and to separate citizens of the Muslim faith from their fellow citizens.
Meanwhile, the French government stands behind the president, with the interior minister, who oversaw raids on Islamic organizations following Paty's assassination, saying, quote, "We are seeking to fight an ideology, not a religion. I think the great majority of French Muslims are well aware that they are the first affected by the ideological drift of radical Islam." As the protests grow in intensity, so too does the fear that the next murder for religious reasons is only a matter of time.
And those protests have spread to Israel as well, with a demonstration outside the French embassy in Tel Aviv yesterday.
We want to tell the French president that these statements are unacceptable. You have a responsibility. You don't deserve to be called president. You made all Muslims unite against this insult to our Prophet Muhammad.